so indebted to this game that I love, and most of all to the man.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, it'll be no holds barred between NFC North rivals. It's the Packers and the Vikings, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at US Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Joined by Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it is finally time to kick off another NFL regular season, folks. Here we go, and what a game we have to start, Charles. A rivalry showdown between the Packers. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. And here comes the winner of the last 2 NFL MVP awards, Aaron Rodgers, as he brings his Packers out for their first series of the game.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
First play and a first throw for Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. Rodgers now to throw. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. The Vikings here hosting Green Bay in the season opener, and they've got one of those quirks in the schedule that is going to work in their favor. They play all 3 of their division home games in the first 5 weeks of the year. After Green Bay today, they'll host Detroit in week 3 and then Chicago in week 5. From the 36, Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Oh, they'll try the jet sweep here with Lazard. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He finds his receiver, Watson. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. And trouble trying to middle here. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd and goal, Rodgers into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And Charles, we take a peek there at their recent draft class, and this definitely a year where they had a chance to greatly improve this team.
And you've got to take advantage when you have this type of an opportunity. 2 first-round picks, you better scout them well and hit on those selections.
Off the play fake, Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. 7 yards there and a first down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Packers pick it up. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Tell me I didn't just see these first 2 possessions. I mean, is this one of those cases of anything you can do, I can do
better?
Maybe not better, huh? Worse? Yeah, just a little bit. Very sloppy start. I think maybe a case of the nerves for both teams.
And now we're back to an even playing field. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On play action, now Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. Third and goal, they're going with Chubb. And this time he is in. Yes. Nick Chubb. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Packers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. Crosby on now to kick it away. Amir Smith-Marset now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. But the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They had to fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Meanwhile, Cousins throw there taken in by Smith. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Cousins throw complete there to Smith. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
First down, Irv Smith and partner. It just feels like this is his year because you remember him as a second-rounder in 2019, and he had to share the starting job at tight end in his first 2 seasons. After almost 700 yards and 7 touchdowns, the job is truly his here in Minnesota. And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 30. Now a give running right. It's Cook to the 27-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cook. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 20-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Swinging it. And I think the ball's out, and the Packers pick it up. And now the rookie's free. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Now Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. You see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out, looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. On 2nd and 12, Cousins. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Cousins now. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, he's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Getting the ball is Cook, running left. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. He drops this one off underneath here for Hill. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Jordan Berry out to punt on 4th down.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and
2. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. From midfield, here's Rodgers.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. They end up getting stuck twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They start the drive with Cook. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Cousins. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Third and short yardage, Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. First and 10. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on third and long. Rodgers now to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Touchdown! Robert Tonyan in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week one.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Running on first down is Cook, but he didn't find much there. Call it a gain of 3, second down. So it looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
On play action, Cousins. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. They work again from the 38 on second and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Cousins.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down. Here's Rodgers to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 28 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, he's going to launch this deep for Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Now it's Rodgers. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and
10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Packers! Sammy Watkins from 19 yards away. And the Packers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Vikings 7. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play?
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick six, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now, these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get...
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day.
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And the receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy. And can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
On play action, now Rodgers.
Looking for Tunyon on the crosser, and he's got it complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Christian Watson
with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Packers get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, CD, I mean, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into week 2. This has been an impressive week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And he'll just get rid of it.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll work this down inside the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move him.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And this is going to be... Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. So the defensive front holding strong there on 4th and inches.
And how about the battle of big people up front? That turned into a leverage game, didn't it? Defensive linemen, they won it. Lower than the offensive guys, pushed them back, knifed through, and made a great play.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now a look at the backup, Jordan Love. And his first throw here is incomplete. Well, big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Love, they go play action now. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Now the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Ready?
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. Able to find Lazard. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
It's here we go, 6. And the Packer 1st down.
1st first down. Love to pass. And that is incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 15. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. Something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing, Cousins. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Tariq Carpenter. That is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. They'll run on first down. Goodson. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
This was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Green Bay, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.